Hello, hello, hello. My name is Preston Alexander. This is my YouTube channel for art. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm hoping that you guys are all having a great Thanksgiving weekend. This week, a couple things happened, and one of the bigger things is the World of Warcraft new DLC, the Shadowlands, came out, and one of the characters that showed up was a character named the Jailer, and that is who we're going to be painting a portrait of this week. So I'm definitely going to have some fun with this, and it was interesting to work on, and we're going to get right into the video and see how things go. So let's jump in. As per usual, I started out with a simple sketch. I wanted to do this on my Twitch stream to at least let things show on how I'm doing with portraits and what's going on, especially since earlier I did a self-portrait and seeing where my skills were at as an artist, seeing where things were growing and what could be done for my skills, and now pushing things forward to be a little bit more of a traditional painterly style digital work has been kind of interesting to see where I could get this jailer character going. And I definitely wanted some like mysterious overshadowing light where it was splitting the character in an interesting shape. So I kind of kept that into my mind because I wanted it to look like he was walking into the room or walking into wherever the main character's at, and kind of mid stride where it doesn't show most of his face but still shows a bit of it, showing his eyes and all the magical effects that come with his face, because he has some really cool tattoos around his face that are like runes, and it was so cool to at least like focus in on those and try to figure out those shapes and see where everything is placed. Now the tough part for this was definitely rendering the metal collar or choker thing that's around his neck, because it definitely showed the difference of this character and that it looks like he's kind of trapped. Even though his name is the Jailer, I still want to learn what more this character has to offer for the World of Warcraft world. And seeing what this character does and seeing what he is about in the world was kind of an interesting little insight for me. There was a lot going on with the rendering process. I kind of wanted to push myself to be a little bit more on the detailed side for the metals and the skin tones and everything like that. So I focused in on the shadowing first because I felt like that would be a more beneficial time for me to see where everything's going. You'll see me zooming out farther so that I can see the general basic shapes, and you'll see me doing it throughout the piece because I wanted to make sure that the basic shadow shapes were prevalent and that the whole piece kind of looked well rendered and everything that was going on. And I feel like that's something that's definitely a huge factor into making art, is trying to make sure that the whole piece connects correctly and you can have focal points and everything along that with things moving forward into the painting process. This was something that I feel would be so beneficial for other artists to check out, but I'm testing it out, trying to make sure that I'm pushing the right ways forward and things going through and interesting ways and trying to get things into a better position. And you can see that I do show up with a few things here and there trying to see where the details should be, because none of the reference photos had this lighting. I understood where the lighting would be if it came to his face, so I kind of just cut that off and formed it from there and started with the coloring and did multiply layers and lighting layers just to give him a little bit more of a well-rounded colored figure. Though this was a little challenging to see what kind of colors I would be using. I knew that I wanted something on the warmer side for the shadows, but it was kind of difficult with his skin tone being a base, like pasty, dead bluish tint thing to it, and that was something that I've never really been able to paint before, and it was kind of an interesting situation to actually work things out for this piece. And I felt like this was something that showed the time it took to actually process the rendering of this character's face. Towards the end, I definitely felt like these colors felt a lot more balanced and felt a lot more whole to this character. and it made it seem like this guy meant business in this illustration, showing exactly what he wanted to do as a warrior or leader that he may or may not be. Like I said, I'm still getting used to the story and seeing what's going on, but this was definitely an interesting little play on what might be going on with this character, and I definitely wanted the collar to kind of like mystify through the shadows and the stuff around him, so it kind of leads the focal point towards him and all of his details and tattoos that are going on. And it definitely led me to push things a little bit more and take some things a little out and kind of soften some other edges, just to make sure that everything is going the way that it should be with this piece. And it definitely looks really good for everything that's going on. And I definitely think that this is one of my stronger pieces. You'll see me just check on all the older forms of how I worked with this character. You'll see me just like zooming in and out, and right now I'm just kind of like, okay, this place needs a little bit smoother, this one needs a little bit smoother, this area needs a little work. So I just kind of jump around at this point, just trying to make sure that all the colors are pulling the eye the right amount and not trying to make it so that you're just moving around, getting kind of busy and looking at everything at the same time. And that's kind of not what I want you guys to do. I want it to be more of like you're looking at it and then you can like slowly look through the piece, seeing the little details that may make this character more of who he is and less of what, you know, it could be or what might not be going on with this character. Now, was such a super fun and interesting piece to work on. I actually had a lot of fun. It definitely challenged me with some of the color, though, with some of the color that's close to the light but not in the light, because I still wanted it to have those soft edges that the references and the base character model showed, and I think that definitely is a key factor for this. But with this, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the rendering, and I'll see you guys at the end. Thank you so much for watching my video today. It means so much. It's definitely one of the things that I'm grateful for this year, is starting and pushing my YouTube channel and seeing all the views that you guys enjoy, as well as the thanks that I give to my family for supporting me through my artistic endeavors this year. It's been super fun to actually grow as an artist. If you yourself liked what you saw today, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and hit all notifications. If you want to see more of my art, please check out my Instagram or Twitter. It definitely is a way to see what I post most recently. Also, if you want to be a part of the process, join my Twitch stream from Mondays through Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you want to help support me yourselves, please check out my store or my Patreon. All links are down below. Thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. and let's see that art one more time. Bye.